as you can see, all the plugins. And for example, say if I wanted to add a piano, I'd go to FL Keys, go to add FL Keys, and then now you can use the scroll bar on your mouse to assign a track. So I'm gonna do this, and then so what this is the mixer, which the mixer is located right here, and on the top left of the screen you're gonna see view mixer. You're gonna click that, and then that's where each track is. So say if your kick is on 1, that's where your kick will be located. Snares on 2, that's where your snare will be located. So to click out of that, you can click the mixer track again. Now, say if you want to lay down some piano notes, you have an idea, you want to lay down some piano notes, you would right click FL Keys, go to piano roll, click that, and then now you bring up to the piano. And when you first open FL, depending on if you did anything or not during the download, I'm pretty sure all your notes would be assigned. So this is A sharp, it'll say A sharp. This is B, it'll say B. C, it'll say C. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what happened, but this is how mine is set up. So to bring a note in, you'll left click, and then you can drag to where you want the note to be. And then if you want to stretch it, you'll go to the end until you see this double-edged arrow, left click, and then you can either stretch it as you want or you can pull it back as much as you want. So say if I want to lay down a chord progression, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. It's for another video. So C, E, G. Alright, and how you play that, like I said previously, you would press the space bar, and then press space bar again to stop. Or if you want to keep looping, you can press space bar and just let it loop. Right. If you want to see more of the piano roll, you go right here, the double-edged arrow, and you'll pull out as far as you can. And then if you want to scroll up and down on the piano roll, you come over here on the right side of the screen where the arrow is, and you go up and down. Then that whole menu where we first originated at, will be your view playlist, and the view playlist tab will be in the upper left corner where you see it. Click that, and now you bring up back where we originally started. And now, since you have a piano roll, you come over here to your pattern 1, click it, and drag it, drop. Now, you have what you made in the piano roll in the main playlist. And like I said earlier, you can come up here, scroll back and forth to make it bigger or larger. If you want to copy this, you can left click and then left click again beside it, and that is how you copy. So while you're in a playlist, you might have to use some of the tools such as draw, paint, delete, and the rest of the row right here. So I'm gonna go over the row. So draw is basically, if you click draw, and you left click, you can click whatever your mouse is, whatever the track is assigned at the time. You can click and drag that song, which is my pattern 1, and you use the right. You can hold down the right and delete it all just like that. Paint is kind of the same thing. It's more used as you wanting to just keep going continuously. Like if you have like say if I have drums and my drums are 10 measures, I just want to lay it out real quick. you would click and then go forward, go to the right, and it'll lay it out pretty quickly for you. So that's your paint tool. I'll go ahead and get this back for you. I'm sorry about that. Delete is obvious. Delete. Use your right click on the mouse and whatever you're on, click that and it'll delete it for you. Mute. Click on whatever your track is that you want to mute and it'll mute it for you. Slip. So what slip is say if I have a loop, and this is going to be a different video right here. Say if I have a loop or something that's recorded and I want to manipulate it in any form of way, I can move it left to right, but just as I did the notes left to right. That's what slip is, but that's more used for loops and various other things. Cut. This is your cut tool. Slice, you can come here and it's gonna you drag it up and down, it's gonna bring you an arrow, and that's how you slice your notes if need be. Select, you left click the mouse and you pull left or right, and that is how you select everything. So say if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures of tracks and I wanted to select it all and maybe copy or paste it, that would be another way to do it as well. Zoom, you can zoom in. I'm probably not going to zoom in because I don't know how to zoom out. And then that's really it far as this up here. Now these, let me go back over these. View playlists, that's how you can get from your piano roll to the main playlist of how you arrange, or the stuff that you arrange. Piano roll, like I said, the piano roll. This is many different ways to get to one place in the DAW. Channel rack, or is how you get to your assigned instruments that are provided or that you select to put into the channel rack as well. The plugin viewer is another way to get to all the plugins. This right here, undo. Say if you, for example, say if I come in here, I right click and delete that, undo, I can do that again. Or if you find yourself in a bind and you trying to undo multiple things, you can come up here to edit, then undo, and do that and undo it for you, and it'll also bring up a history menu, and it basically starts soon as you start. So this is the first thing that it has saw me do, and then I can just go back to the beginning and then keep going. All the examples that I showed, and that's basically in there, and it'll bring you up to the most up-to-date thing that you did. And that's kind of it. I know that when I first started that I would watch a bunch of videos and they would like go over everything individually, a little slow, in some cases a little fast, and it was never taught how to lay down, keys, or how to really just go ahead and jump in. So thanks for the watch. If you want me to go into more detail, I definitely can make another video. I know personally, I understand how hard it is to try to learn something new, especially with the digital audio workstation, and it looks foreign, and you try to create some music or create anything and it just looks confusing. So